Good evening, everyone, and we are here, round 7 of the RSF1 season with F2 in Canada. I'm Primus Gaming, and joined with me is Bodder.
Hey Primus, thanks for having me here. I'm in my virtual comms box here as always. I have it decked out, ready to go. Can't wait for this race, round 7, Canada, Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Can't wait.
I can't either, and we've got a nice, beautiful, clear sky for Q1. So we know we're going to see some, some really good laps here.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
I'm excited.
can't wait. Yeah, Canada is a nice track. It's flowing. Like for me, the 90-degree corners you get in Baku, I can't dislike them because you're dropping all the way down to third gear, second gear, making your turn, and then you have a massive straight. You're slamming up through the gears. Guess what? Another 90-degree corner. Going down the gears, taking the corner, up through the gear. At least with this track, you're going down fourth, maybe fifth, sixth gear, taking some fast turns, and then you're onto another straight. It's just a greatly designed track. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's an amazing track because we've seen quite a lot of action here following, in recent times of Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton's little moment back in the most recent Canadian Grand Prix, and that was very intense. And also I think it was back in 2004, the massive crash on the final hairpin with Robert Kubica.
Oh, in Williams,
Yeah,
that was intense. Jeez, yeah, that's a scary one. A bit like the F2 crash we had with Antoine Ramirez. Just a scary
good
crash.
there.
Yeah, you don't like to see crashes like that.
We have done a tribute, guys, on a video on our YouTube channel. Please, if you'd like to join us in paying our respects to the late F2 driver, please click onto that video. I'm pretty sure he appreciates everything that everyone has given to him, and yeah, just tune into that. We've already got all prepared for everyone, and yeah, let's carry on with round 7.
So we can see here, it looks like Josh Season 4, as I have called him. I think he's going to be the first one across the line in his Toro Rosso, Honda powered.
We've got a few good nicknames in this league. We've got the man with the cash, which is obviously Joshua Dosh. We've got Kebab Mix, which is Charismix, and then and obviously Season 4.
Yeah, I think we need a few more nicknames. But look, we're at round 7 now, so I think we're a third of the way through the season. 110, that's nice. Yeah, that's very nice. So we're a third of the way through the season now. So look, there's another 14 weeks, guys. You're all going to get nicknames by the end.
Bodder will wait for everyone. He'll give you your due time.
Could be the last race.
We
We could be last at Abu Dhabi. Boom, you've been christened a new nickname.
I actually have a nickname for Brundle because Brundle's old name was Scorpion. So if you wonder where Scorpion's gone, guys, it is RSF1 Brundle. I think we should call him Stinger.
Stinger.
Purely
I
because of
like
it.
it.
Yeah, it's because of his old name. It just seems fitting to do that.
The Stinger is coming. Alrighty then. So
Oh, we lost. Looks like RSF1 Mansell, not RSF Mansell, XRL Mansell is struggling
oof, yes.
there as well. What's happened to him? Has he got end plate damage? No, he's not.
No,
Oh, I think
okay.
he's just letting the cars go by. I think he might have just had a little moment.
Yeah.
And he took his car off the track to just let everyone go past. Oh, it looks like we've got a. Oh, it's because Patronus is going on his in lap. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mansell's also rocking the same number 12 as myself.
Yeah, it's number 12 is a pretty decent number. I think that was the number of Ayrton Senna, if I'm correct.
Was it? I didn't know that.
I think so. One of his cars.
The reason
looks like we've lost Roberts.
Yeah, the reason that I like 12 is because okay, we lost Charismatic as well. Okay. The reason I was going to say I like 12 is because you can do a lot with it. Like, 3s or 4s do into it. It's just maths wise, you're like you're commenting on doing your maths.
Yeah.
12 was always my number. So then, yeah, that's basically where that kind of came from. I would like 3. 3 is my lucky number, but I can't have 3 because that's actually picked by one of the real life F1 drivers. I think it's Danny Rick has that. So
Danny
that's basically
Ricciardo.
licensed to his car. So after that, I would like 16 because my birthday is the 16th. But can't use that either because Leclerc has that. So what do you do?
Well, I originally went with 96 because it's my birth year, and I was thinking, I'd rock car number 96. But then, back when the events of my dad's health sort of took a little turn, I thought I'll go with number 19 because 19 was Dad's birthday, and I've been rocking that ever since, and. And also 19's just recently, I know it's also his birthday, but 19's just lately just been a bit of a lucky number for me. So I think I'll keep 19.
Exactly.
Oh, Brundle's happy.
I say he's happy.
It surprised me for a second.
He's happy. Yeah, no, he's good. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, no, he's fine. I just had a quick look at the race director for the incidents. There has been a lot of extending track limits already. And we're only, a few minutes in? Okay, several minutes into Q1. So I think we're in for a penalty-ridden race, possible finals, which could affect the outcome of the race.
Monaco 2.0, basically, because I remember last week the amount
that was
of
hard.
penalties that happened. Yeah,
I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up. Yeah. Sorry to anyone in the stream that was, in the chat going, which driver has many penalties? Sorry, I don't know. I can't help you. It just doesn't work. Alrighty then.
Alrighty, so Senna is going through the final chicane. And he is now going to set a 109.4. Not bad.
Not bad at all. It's nice to see the 109s kind of creeping in as well.
I think that is... I don't know if we'll hit the 108s, maybe. So
we
might hit the
definitely.
108s.
Oh, definitely. Possible. 7.9s maybe towards the end of Q3? Maybe?
Ooh.
We'll see.
To be honest, I don't do Canada a lot, so I'm not too sure on what times are really fast and what too slow. I've not really been on it too much, so it's interesting for me. So it's cool to see what pace the drivers can set.
I'll be completely honest. I've only done one practice session so far for Canada, and the main thing I was kind of going was with the tyre wear. And to be honest, I wasn't looking at my quality times because this is a track you can overtake. Down the back straight, you got DRS. It's a good long straight you can overtake. So lots of power for it.
I had to do a double take on Jake Moore's car because he's got the number 19 on the car, and that made me think, that's my car. And I was like, wait, no, it's not my car.
So we got 16 drivers in the lobby, and we're going to 15 going through. So that means we're going to lose one unfortunate poor soul.
Right now, the driver in danger is the kebab man. Kebab mix.
Yeah. Mr. Roberts and Chosen as well is in that mix as well. Hopefully they can get out and set a lap and hopefully not wreck their cars. Chosen's a very nice helmet.
Because the amount of drivers there is, let's have a look at Chosen as well. Oh yeah, that is a nice helmet.
That's a speed helmet,
I can only see the back of it. There we go. Oh yeah, that is a really good helmet.
Yeah, I gotta give you a thumbs up there, Chosen. If you're watching us back later on, dude, that's actually a very well put together helmet. Really like that, dude.
I'm pretty sure Hubert would be happy to see these tributes as well being flown.
Exactly.
And I was about to say,
believe it. Go on, sorry.
I'll let you go first because it's actually related to the Hubert.
Yeah, because I was camping last night, so I kind of had my phone turned off to save on power, and then I kind of woke up this morning and turned it on because we're on camp for the one night. I turned on my phone, got so many messages, checked my Twitter feed, and I saw this about the F2 race, what happened in Spa in Belgium, with Antoine. It's gut wrenching just to see, 2019, this day and age, fatalities still happening in motorsport. It just shows like the speed that these guys are going at. Like nothing is ever guaranteed. We try as the guys, the FIH try as hard as they can to make them as safe as possible, but just there's some things just cannot be prevented.
Agreed, and that was well spoken, really, because you think about the old days back in when Jackie Stewart was racing in F1 back in the old day. A fatality was actually quite common. It was actually uncommon, to get through a race weekend without someone getting hurt, which is very horrible because back in the day, a load of young people lost their lives, and yesterday we unfortunately lost Hubert in the horrible accident in Spa, and I was actually yesterday when I got told I was sick at work, and I came home and I was asleep, and then my brother came upstairs and he just said there's been a nasty accident in the race, because he was watching it, and they instantly cut off the footage, and I was just like, oh my god, really? And it was like, yeah, it's really, really bad. And then I went to see if the driver was okay, because I wanted to see who was involved and hoped that they were all right. And that's when I came across a video, and oh my god, there's some really scarring footage I've watched in my life. I've seen the unfortunate accident that involved Gilles Villeneuve back in the day. I think it was in Portugal.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, and then I watched. Yeah, and when I watched the incident involving Correa and Hubert, that I felt upset watching that, because I knew that they would not be okay from an accident like that.
Yeah, it's very difficult to kind of get that across in a video game, especially because most of us kind of play with like the TV pod view, or we play maybe the cockpit view maybe sometimes, but I had the opportunity to try out VR a few weeks ago, and there was a friend of mine who had it, and just racing along normals, that's fine, and he said just try it, see what your instincts do. He says just go full pelt into turn one, don't turn, don't brake, just go full pelt into it. Your reactions, your mind is being tricked into you're about to go into a crash. He videoed me as well, for the fun of it, but when you actually look at it, it's your body instantly reacts, because your brain is being told you're about to go into a wall at 100 and something mile an hour, and it is a scary experience.
And interesting fact about the training Formula 1 drivers, not just Formula 1 drivers, all open wheel racing drivers have to do, that they looked at how the eyes work with the drivers. They tested a normal person up against a race car driver. So a normal person would look towards the direction that they're going. They're generally center of the track, thinking, how am I going to take this? An F1 driver actually looks towards the corner more than anything else. So they literally look at the apex. That's the first and only thing they concentrate on when they're driving. And you think they have to anticipate, overtakes while trying to concentrate on that one corner. They physically and mentally are amazing. Yeah,
you think about when you get into the car, it's literally maybe a couple of inches between you and the outside. The tubs are very well designed today. They're very sturdy. But I haven't done much research on it, but from what I see, they're mainly designed for going into walls. Frontal impacts they're mainly designed for. The side impact that we saw. It's scary, very scary to see, because as soon as I saw that, I put my hand over my face and went, oh god, that's not good. I reckon the majority of motorsport enthusiasts kind of felt the same, and our hearts went out to his family and friends as well, obviously.
And also, out of respect for Antoine, all F2 related races for the weekend and the feature races on Saturday were cancelled completely, and and that's completely understandable, because when something big happens like that, you just cannot continue the race. I mean, I remember watching stuff about when Ayrton Senna, and season 4 just crashed into the border, and luckily he's fine. It was just one of those meter boards. But I remember Ayrton Senna. It was just the one weekend back in 1994, and it was the last time we had a proper accident in F1. Since Joe Bianchi, and it was Rubens Barrichello that had a really bad accident. Luckily, he got through his injuries. Roland Ratzenberger died in qualifying on the Saturday, and then in the race, Ayrton knew what was going to happen. He already felt like that race was going to be his last, and scarily enough, which we all didn't want to believe, Ayrton's assumption was correct, because he died in just a handful of hours after being in his crash. He died 4 or 5 hours later.
Yeah, it's never good. But like, I think motorsport in general, not just Formula 1 or open wheel racing, I think motorsport in general has gotten very, very safe over the last 20 years. Like, the one that comes to my mind is Dale Earnhardt. I don't know if you follow NASCAR, but basically Dale Earnhardt was the Michael Schumacher, the Lewis Hamilton of NASCAR back 20 years ago. And there was a few deaths in NASCAR, 30 odd years ago, 25 years ago. That was always just considered, it's racing. That's part of the game. You step into the car, you know what you're getting into. But when NASCAR lost their top guy, they kind of went, right, we need to fix the safety aspect. And if you watch a NASCAR race now, even if a small bit of debris is on track, they will call a yellow straight away to get a marshal out there to clear that debris off the track. Because if that debris gets hit by a car, gets hit by a spectator, or something like that, blows a tire, next time the car is flipping through the air, it's not good. So if anyone's watching the stream and going, I don't watch NASCAR because they go around in circles, well, that's true, they do, but it's a game of aerodynamics. They're looking to draft each other to get by the next one, So that's how I do it. And the reason there are so many yellows is because of incidents like that. So even if a car blows its tire and the tire carcass starts going everywhere, a yellow will immediately be called. Because if a marshal has to go on track, a yellow will be called. A full caution safety car yellow will be called. Anyway, that's my little spiel about NASCAR and Dale Earnhardt. I
do actually share your opinion on that, because I've even had people say, because I work in a supermarket, and I just I say to some people like, are you going to watch the race today? And they're just like, no, it's just a bunch of cars driving in circles. And it's just like, well, no, F1, not just F1, but everything. Yes, to you, it's just cars doing lap after lap after lap. But that's their livelihood. Like, fair enough. If you don't like that certain style of sport or anything like that, then that's completely fair enough. But I don't see, even though NASCAR does literally do oval circuits and they're just going around and around and around, that's because that's what those cars can do. And the amount of cars they have on that track as well, I think over like 50 cars, maybe more. Yes, fair enough, they have the lack of corners, but the sheer number of cars on the track, you'd be surprised if they were if they didn't have an accident, because so many. It's the same with IndyCar. It's open wheeled racing. They do the same style as NASCAR, and people can give that judgment, but to me, you can say it's them going around in circles. That's racing everywhere then. If that is the case, everyone goes around in circles, because they do lap after lap, but we don't care. We love it. So
yeah, that's wherever.
NASCAR may have different regulations, but to me, NASCAR is no different to Formula 1 in terms of the drivers being dedicated to their dreams. They want to be the best, and they want to give the best. And no matter what sport you're in, that is a driver.
That's it. That is it.
We'll go over the top 5, and we'll go also and see who's been knocked out. So in first place, it's Skunk Burner and the Williams of a 189. So you was correct in the 1.8. It's probably popping up. Brundle in second. Stinger, he's in second. Magic Marks is in third. Mansell fourth, and Senna is fifth. And unfortunately, being knocked out in qualifying one is RSF1 Petronas.
Yeah, I was speaking of Petronas earlier on today, and he was just saying this is his first race on the wheel. Now, from my experience, your first race on the wheel, it's very nerve-wracking. To me, it took about 2 weeks to adjust to the wheel properly, but he was saying to me he just doesn't feel confident at all, and he just says he might start from the back. He just says he just feels overall slow pace, but to be honest, dude, Patronus, you're fine. The wheel will come to you, and you'll find as you're battling with cars side by side, the wheel will give you that bit of precision to place the car exactly on track as you want. So look, it's only a time thing. It will come to you. Don't worry about it.
You know, the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, and like, you know, with wheels, you just, you know, it's different than when you've been using a controller for a long time. I mean, I still use controller. I'm actually saving up to get myself a steering wheel, and I'll tell you what, when I do get a wheel, I bet I will be nervous as all hell, you know, to do any form of racing in it. So, you know, just do your best, Patronus. You know, it's amazing that you're making the transition, and from what I've heard, the wheel is the best thing to have.
It is. It is. Just quickly, I just want to go back, just make a quick point. Mansell just said their worst crash since Rattensberger, which you mentioned. Just briefly touch on NASCAR. The drivers which sit in the cage. The car is built around the cage. So if you ever look into a NASCAR building facility, they don't actually just build the car and then stick, you know, the roll cage in. The roll cage is built, and then they build the car around that roll cage. But just when you're saying worst incident since Rattensberger, if you want to see how far NASCAR safety's come on, if you just type into YouTube or Google Austin Dillon's crash in Daytona, just literally type that in, Austin Dillon crash Daytona. It was an absolute mess. The car went up into the catch fence, spun around. It was such an impact of immense energy that the engine became separated from the main body. It was basically just the roll cage and metal sheeting attached to it. But he even the leader of the race radioed into his crew chief, going, "Oh my God, is he okay?" Austin Dillon literally unclipped his seatbelt, fell down, climbed out of the car, walked away. Literally walked away from it. So I'd advise anyone who thinks about, you know, safety like that, have a quick look at that. It's amazing to see such an impact, such a crash of raw energy, for a driver just to shrug his shoulders, waves the crowd, and walk back to the pits. Amazing. Anyway, moving on.
Another incident that was you know, is incredible was Fernando Alonso's crash back in 2016.
Yes!
That was with
Australia.
it was with Esteban Gutierrez, and the way that the crash looked, we was all thinking, "Oh my God, is Fernando alright?" And even Esteban said, "You know, is he okay?" And then like you look at the car and you thought, "Oh my God!" And Alonso literally just got out. He was just like. He was out of breath because obviously that's scary when you roll.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those scary ones. You're like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" Get the medical guys over straight away, make sure he's okay. Just unclip his seatbelt. Get him out. Went back, had a coffee, all good.
Yeah, he just walked off. But he did have a little bit of injuries. So I do remember that actually. He sat out for one race, and Stoffel Van Dorn actually took over for the next race in Bahrain. And he actually scored a point for McLaren back in the day, so I remember that very clearly.
Not bad. Well. Yeah, but Jonas put in the chat there, so did Mansell actually. I was reading out Mansell's first. He said, "Oh yeah, I remember that was horrific," but yeah, he walked away. That's referring to Austin Dillon's crash in Daytona. But Jonas has just said, "I've used the pad since F1 2013." So, dude, you're going to find a big change. So, yeah, look, it's going to take time to adjust, as we were saying, but trust me, you will adjust. It's fine. You're already a fast driver as it is on the pad. You don't want to become a faster driver on the wheel. Okay, Brundle setting the 9.5.
That's a pretty good lap on the medium compound tyre. We've got Chosen and Phoenix on. Chosen, Phoenix, Season 4, and Senna on the hard compound tyre. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a tongue twister there. Don't know why.
we could call it Chosen the chosen one.
The precious.
Precious.
So precious.
Okay, so
Before
let's
you guys
see.
ask, I did do impressions. So if you do hear the odd funny voice, I did actually do impressions. And yeah, that's also I did hear from Jake Moore that he loved my my NASCAR sort of impression when I was commentating over Monaco, and when I heard that, I just couldn't help laughing because I went from the joke and then something happening on the track, and I was just like, and then someone goes up there in NASCAR, it's inside, and he just got the Alfa Romeo, and I was just like, I'm just gonna have to ride this joke along because going from the joke, something happening on camera, and like, I'm gonna have to do both.
Yeah, the best thing about NASCAR is you have a front bumper, so if someone's not getting out of their way, you just literally give it a little shove and they move up the track, and you can go under them. But obviously in Formula 1, you can't do that with your front wing, so you kind of need that.
That love tap could puncture the tyre.
Yeah, potentially. Okay, so we got a few drivers coming up. I think AMS Phoenix is about to cross the line. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate this. I think he's validated the last 2 laps in Toro Rosso. Honda powered. Go Honda. I like Honda. The same, Jack Power.
There we go. It was invalid.
Yeah. But the upside of this is he's warming up the hards. The hards take a little while to warm up. So look, that could work out to him.
The softs are good for when you do your out lap. Your real chance to use the softs is on the hot lap. But with hards, as you said, because they have such a long life, you have quite a few laps that you could get a good time with. The only little issue I see Phoenix is having is maybe managing his ERS.
Again, that will come with time. I'm just looking at John Digweed here. I think he's about to set a lap. He hasn't invalidated. He's running flat out at the minute. Full overtake mode. It must be good. Where's he going to go?
Wow. Oh, there you go. 109.2. Faster than Brundle on the soft.
Well, no, we don't know what
impressive.
What did Brundle do it on, actually? Let's check here. Yeah, Brundle actually did his on the medium as well. We'll just check there.
Oh, okay. So, it's because he's out on the softs. It's just...
he's in the pits at the minute, sitting on the sauce, ready to go just in case, but I don't think he'll need them unless he does want to start on the softs. Who knows? He might bring a stinger.
Yeah. Stinger will respond. He'll bear his stinger. Yeah, that's... he's still the Scorpion.
Guys, we're here for the next 14 weeks. In the next 14 weeks, we're good.
Literally everyone here is not safe from the master of nicknames.
Right, so 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. Currently in the drop zone is Phoenix. Okay, let's change there. Chosen, Phoenix, Jake Moore, and Josh. Season 4, sorry.
Just as you were about to say one of the cars that was in the
just jumped.
sort of danger area, they just jumped out. He's like, all right, never mind.
Phoenix wants to get a good lap in here because whether he's gone for the hard allocation or the balance allocation, he either has 1 set of hards or 2 set of hards. And I wouldn't mind getting the weather report.
Mediums. No, sorry, that's Phoenix. Josh. I was looking at Josh.
Yeah, Phoenix is on the hard there at the minute. Flamin says he hasn't got a nickname. What would be mine? Flaming. Flaming hot. Flaming.
Just for the flaming. Flaming hot, maybe?
Flaming. It's just flaming. Ouch. Yeah. Fire.
I just think, every time I hear flaming, I just see flaming in the chat or I see his name. A part of me always thinks of the flaming hot crisps that you used to get when you was a kid. The Monster Munch. I'm just like, I'm digging some flaming hot now.
He just put in their flaming bottle, as in flaming bottler.
I'll laugh if someone literally just changed their name to Chipsticks. Someone's salt, then you got vinegar, and then Chipsticks.
Apparently someone here in this race was going to change their gamer tag, but they haven't already. You know who that is?
Oh, that's the man with the cash.
That's the man with the cash, Joshua Dash. Hasn't changed. Maybe for Christmas he might change it for me.
Oh, please don't disappoint Bodder for Christmas, Josh. If you're going to change it to the man with the cash, you have to make Bodder's Christmas.
DPS Racing is chimed in as well. He says, "What would my name be?" Well, you're my teammate, so I gotta go easy on you. That's why. That's why you don't have one yet, because you're my teammate in F3. I can't afford to annoy you or cheese you off. I need
as
you.
soon as Bodder says one, just like it's like your fate has been sealed, and then just like suddenly Bodder goes off the grid.
5 minutes left in Q2. This is the time now where guys could be putting on softs, because nearly everyone's gone for the mediums except for Peppermeat, Pieter, and Stinger. They've gone with that's something wrong in saying actually. No, everyone's gone for mediums except for Senna, Chosen, and Phoenix. They've gone for hards. Skunkburner was soft.
Skunkburner set a lap, and he set a 1:15.1.
Yeah, that's not a real
he
lap.
obviously wasn't.
No, that's not a real lap.
That wasn't a real lap. So
No.
yeah, he's on his run.
Yeah.
Right.
How's the weather
it's
looking,
going
guys?
to be
Has
interesting.
anyone got the weather? Anyone got the weather? Could anyone put the weather in the chat? Sorry, Primus, what are you going to say?
That's all right. I was just having a little evaluation over how everything is going onto here now, because I do agree with you. It'd be nice to get the weather report, so we have a feeling, we can anticipate a wet start or a dry start, or dry to wet. Oh, Skunkburner! What a lap!
Yeah, Skunkburner's a fast driver.
108.9.
Yeah,
On the
he
mediums as well.
can just literally pull that out of thin air, so you can. Of course, he is friends with the Magic Man, so he probably gets a few tricks from here and there. Probably share tricks as well. Mansell just says, "I ain't putting on soft lol." Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. And just Patronus says, "Dry race, cloudy." Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Dry race, okay.
It is
Interesting.
a chance, because when you get a little bit cloud, it is like a small chance that you might get some light rain. So if you ever see cloud, don't ever rule it off, because it could happen. I've had times when my game says it's going to be cloudy, and then my race engineer says light rain expecting in 15 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Stop. I did a practice session on Canada, as I was saying. I've only one practice session, but it said rain in 30 minutes, before you actually start the race or whatever. And I was like, oh, fantastic, started the race. Next thing you said, rain coming in 5 minutes. I'm like, what? You said it's going to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. I was like, it's coming in now? I don't have time to adjust.
Josh, the season 4, did retire on the track there. Luckily, his AI pulled into the small little sides on the of the track where the grass separates. Yes. Mm-hmm. It pulled into one of those little bits, but still, it was a little bit risky retiring on track.
We'd have to leave that to our stewards and see what they think of that. So looking at the drop zone. Charismatic is currently starting his lap. He's on softs. Peppermeat is in the pits sitting on the softs. Senna, Chosen, Phoenix, Moore. Wow.
We'll be on board with Jake Moore. Yeah. He's the only car not to set a lap, and he is now gunning for a lap that will save him from being knocked out of Q2.
It doesn't. Okay.
Oh, no, he's on his roll lap now, because he was doing a warm-up lap, sort of like what Skunkburner did just a moment ago. He was just farming his energy. I think he might have accidentally invalidated the lap time and then farmed some energy and then went for a second go.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm just reading the chat here. Magic Mark and Patronus. Yeah, I'm reading that, guys. That's all good. Flamin' saying butter softs. Wow, really softs. Pepper and Josh.
Go down into the hairpin. The very tight hairpin. Now, this is where Jake can really make up the speed. So on the main straight, he's also got his fuel light on, so he needs to set this lap or he will be in 15th place for the race start.
Skunkburner feels happy. I wouldn't blame him.
He set a great lap like that,
Okay, so Phoenix is charging. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what's happening with these guys in a minute. Josh season 4 is obviously retired. Phoenix is charging, so he's about to go on a lap, you could say. Mansell's on full pelt, I think. Yeah. Peppermeat's flat out as well, and so is Chosen, flat out.
Now Mansell's slowed down.
Oh, he's lifted. Okay.
Have a little look at Peppermeat. Let's see how he's doing.
Well,
He's now
Chosen going to
approaching
cross
the
line
hairpin.
first. Chosen going to cross line first. He's on the back straight now at the minute.
Oh, yes, he is. And literally just seconds behind him is Peppermeat,
Yeah.
so we can
Yeah.
jump straight from Chosen to Pepper.
Exactly, dude. See the Chosen. Oh, he just clips the wall of champions.
But it puts him up in 14th place. And now Peppermeat. P6.
Peppermeat's up in 6. Nice. Good job, Peppermeat. You're true. Yeah, that wall of champions, I wonder if it's going to claim anyone tonight during our race. Because, you know, if you want to get the best exit, you're nearly going to be hugging that wall coming out.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some fights going through the chicane, because in my time playing the... I don't do Canada too much. I mean, I think I did maybe once or twice back in the ranked races. And... I mean, I remember seeing some battles going on with people into the chicane, and normally just ended in tears because in the online racing,
hold the phone,
you know, the
hold
ranked
the phone,
one.
hold the phone. We have the man with the cash in the Ferrari. He's out. Let's see what he does over the line.
Is he out?
He's out.
Oh,
He's going to do a lap. He's going to do a lap. I mean, he's out doing a lap. He's going to cross the line. Is he safe? Is he not? Whoa!
Oh yes, he's safe.
Cash
The man with the
third.
cash is P3, and Roberts is as well.
Nice one. Excuse me. Good drive there from man with the
No
cash.
problem. So,
He just lifted the money bags. He just took the money bags out. he had them stored in the side pods.
Getting all the 5p's and the 20p's out, you know.
You know, some people say sand. He's pennies or pounds.
Yeah,
kidding,
you know,
I'm
like how the army have like got sandbags. Literally, he's just piled up a load of £1 coins, you know, just hoping that they'll work.
So look,
top 5. Oh, yeah, Skunk Burner gets P1 in Q2 on the medium compound tyre with John Digweed, the man with the cash. Roberts as well, following in 3rd place. Oh, so not John Digweed. Man with Cash is in 4th and Jake Moore in 5th. And the cars that are unfortunately out of Q2 is Pie Eater, Season 4, Phoenix, Mantle, and Precious.
Yeah, Flame is at the button through there. That Kebab is only after getting through. Correct. Yeah. See what he does in Q3.
Yeah, you know, I think if Charismix can pull a great result for tonight, I'm pretty sure he will have a celebratory kebab.
Yeah, well, that chili sauce does have an effect, Flamin. You're right. That chili sauce does have an effect. That's the extra boost coming out there. Crosscarry also has that boost as well in F3. I know. He spoke to me about it.
Everyone has like their race fuel.
Yeah.
What gives them the drive, and obviously we know Charismix. He's a kebab man. That's his drive.
Yep. Gotta have his kebab.
I don't know what to say about anyone else. You know, if they've got their what sort of gives them the drive for the race. If you
well, I'll tell you what, Skunk Burner's out lap. We know what Skunk Burner's fuel is. Well, I know. I probably can't say it over live stream because it's in his gamer type, but Skunk Burner. That's for his fuel.
that just makes me think, you know, classic old coal trains, and instead of coal,
All right. That's not
shoveling them all in, just hurry. Oh gosh, this is why I like how like people get like creative with their names. You know, I think my favourite had to be back in the day when I was on the Xbox 360. Shortly after I got it, and I used to play Halo Reach. And a friend of mine from school, his name was That Hobo, you know, and oh my god, that was funny when you're just deep in the middle of a game of like Halo, and then just That Hobo, you know, is online. He's long since changed it, but I miss it.
But yeah, names like that is, you know, playing Call of Duty or Halo or something like that. It's funny, like, you know, to see, like, you know, a homeless man or something like that. I just killed you. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. Patronus just put into the chat there saying, what's his? He'll say Skunk, Mark, and Brun. Oh, that's in reply to, I think Flamin had in who's going to do top 3 possibly, or who do you think is getting pole? Yeah, who do you think is getting pole here?
I know Skunk Burner is definitely the one to watch out for because he is incredibly quick around this track. I think this is that's been the second time in a row Skunk has taken provisional pole. So I think we definitely need to keep an eye out for him. Brundle is actually really fast around here.
Yeah.
Brutal honesty, I think it's going to be Skunk Burner, Brundle, and the man with the cash.
Yeah, man in the cash, bringing it late. Could he be doing it right? So Skunk Burner's on the back straight. About to set his time. It's looking good as well. How does he get the last chicane? Very close, nice and neat.
That looks close.
Yeah, very close.
1098.
Yeah. Okay. We have first blood.
And Brundle looks like he's coming up next. No, it's not Brundle.
It is, yeah.
Oh, it is,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry,
no,
Magic
sorry, I did see another car.
Magic
It's
Mark
Mark.
8-7, that's a full second clear of.
Oh my god.
And Brundle as well, right behind him at 8-8. Okay, they're starting to come through now. Senna, 10 flat. Roberts about to set his lap. Roberts goes
P3.
third, 9-4. Okay, not bad, not bad. It's a good statement as well with the first run. First step, it's a good statement to make.
So
Man with
John
the cash.
Digweed is the next.
Is he? Okay, let's have a quick look.
Yeah, he's approaching the hairpin that's going on to the large straight. Josh,
correct.
Josh with
No,
Josh is
yeah,
going into
he's-
his first and second sector.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to see Skunk come over.
So now going into the chicane. Let's see how John Digweed can handle it. There we go. So
very close.
Nice, close to
Love
the wall. That was a good
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah, I was
P3
expecting that.
189.
Yeah, that was a great lap. I was expecting the 8s there for that.
Here we go, man with the cash. Here's the next car that's about to cross the line. He's now on the large straight. Onto the DRS mode 4. It seems mode 4 seems to be better than the hot lap mode.
Yeah, John Ona.
I know you get more speed on the straight of it, but generally it looks a little bit of backspin there.
Yeah, if you stick an overtake, it gives you the highest top speed, so it's the best on straights.
And looks like Jake Moore is the next to set a lap time, because I did see Senna and a couple of others come out, but then they just Senna set a 1:10 dead, so I don't think he was really happy with that time. I know Senna will be back near the end of the session to try and give that another go.
Yeah.
And
So
Pepper
we're
Me.
just riding them. We're just riding the board there with Jake Moore at the minute. Yeah, like I was speaking to Jake as well earlier on. He was saying he's very nervous about making Q3, but guess what? He's made Q3, so that's fantastic for him. He reckons he doesn't have like the 1 lap pace, but he reckons he's very, very confident for his race pace. So no matter where he feels he will be placed, he can make up positions. And at the end of the day, if you have that confidence, you're great. And as I said as well earlier on, this track you can overtake. It's not like Monaco. You can overtake. There is a massive DRS straight, but he was saying as well, penalties are going to be crucial. Penalties are going to be absolutely crucial. And we kind of saw that as well. Like, how many laps have we seen invalidated because just drivers have just cut a corner somewhere?
Just too many. That just happens, Sometimes we accidentally exceed a limit or cut a corner, and then just the game's just like, nope, try again.
Nope. Yep, exactly. So we have to get bad man in the back straight.
Go over the chicane.
Whoa!
Oh, just a little
slightly
tap with
grazed
the wall.
it.
P8, not bad.
Hey, not at all.
Magic Marks is on his out lap, and actually no, he's on his hot lap now. It looks like Marks is just trying to secure his P1. I think after he does this, I have a feeling he might be happy where he is.
Just from watching the last, say, 6 races of F2 in this league, there's some drivers I'm beginning to see that they're actually genuinely fast drivers, and I think they can compete with the top. The problem is their quality might not be so good, and they get caught up in other cars or trying to get past the car. So basically what I'm saying is I think we have actually some genuine gems in the mid-pack that if they get past and they get a good run, they could potentially be challenging wins or podiums for the top guys.
Definitely.
I don't want to name names, but
do
the Cash
agree.
comes to mind. I reckon he's actually a genuinely fast driver that can go fairly fast. There's a couple more names there. I could mention Jake Moore and Chris as well.
Say that. Jake Moore.
Yeah, Jake Moore. Yeah, immediately comes to mind. It just seems that they come out of the pits after making them stop, and they might get held up with a driver, not intentionally, just general battling. But while that general battling is happening over the next 4, 5, 6, whatever laps, the leaders are getting away. I reckon if they were up there.
So Skunkburner has taken provisional pole with a 184, and
Wow.
Magic Marks actually did beat his previous best and set a 108.5. So a really good lap from Magic Marks, but I have a feeling now that Skunk has taken provisional pole, he might quickly head back to the pit and get back out there.
Yeah, if Ed and Skunk's after putting the big bullseye on his back, that's what he's after doing. He's after laying out his cards and saying, "Come get me, guys."
And here we are with Peppermeat. He's now going into the chicane. Good run through there. Nice and close to the wall. Got a good exit. And so Peppermeat will cross the line and set a 109.3. So P6, which has put Roberts, Jake, Charismix and Senna down. Oh, it is interesting. You okay there, Butter?
Yeah, sorry, dude. I was getting the drink, so I had one hand on my controller and the other hand on the glass, obviously, while I was pouring some water. So I was getting some water.
No problem, bud. No problem. So it is looking pretty good now. Senna has come back out. He is not happy with 110. I think he knows he can do better.
Yeah, he'll want to go again. That's another fast driver as well. That could be competing as well for podiums. But I think all the drivers will be going up for maybe their last run. Yeah, I'm starting to see a few cars pulling out of the pits now. So we'll see the last stint.
As much as I like Red Bull, I do know that with the likes of Skunkburner and Magic Marks, they've got amazing race pace, and they've demonstrated that clearly in their previous racing. And I know Senna and Jake. Oh,
Senna
P4
Force
from Senna.
Nice.
Well done,
8-8.
Senna.
Well done, Senna.
A 188. With our boys like Senna and Jake and Charismix, they're amazing drivers, and I have a feeling, that they will. I hope that that all three of them, get an amazing position, try and meet their goals they set for themselves for the season. Because I want to try and at least get maybe one podium or at least maybe 3. And I know these 21 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're a third of the way
there. Next one
there.
across the line is Peppermeat, my fellow Irishman in the McLaren. He's next one across the line. For some reason, though, he's doing it in old softs, I think. Yes, he is. He's doing it in old softs, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to keep an eye on which ones are coming around. As
it
we
looks
are
like
entering
now,
the last.
Here we go, and Peppermeat. He comes across, and
No,
he's
mustn't
111.9. He might have had a little problem with Senna. I think he's happy where he is.
Let's see who's next. Charismix starting his lap. Jake Moore.
Jake Moore. The man with the cash is actually pretty close. Oh, pardon me, sorry. He is on the hairpin. So let's see what the man
Jake
with the
Moore's
cash
right behind him.
Oh, lost season 4.
Ooh, get back in, dude. You're gonna have literally seconds.
Here we go.
Very,
the man with the
tight.
cash across the last chicane.
Bring the pig.
And
No.
Oh, just a little
Could
bit
not
slow.
improve. Could not improve. Brundle retires and Senna retires.
Jake Moore didn't beat his previous time. He's got 195.
Wow, I'm not going to mention names, but we actually have a few drivers who have sped in pit lane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple of drivers have spent in the pit lane. I'm not going to mention names.
Gotta be careful, lads, because the qualifying may be a little bit merciful when it comes to speeding in the pits, but you know, you gotta be careful. We don't want any penalties in the race for speeding in the pit lane, otherwise that could be devastating.
Okay, so have a look here. The Magic Mark, is about to cross the line first. He's on the back straight with his mate Skunk Burner behind him.
He's got the sound glitch where the car is screaming like, oh, he hit the wall.
Oh, yeah, he's cancelled out that.
Oh, that's unlucky there from Magic Marks.
Yeah, Skunk Burner is done as well. He'll accept 6th.
Yeah. Over our top 10, this is one of Senna's best qualifying results for the season. So, really good run there from Senna. John Digweed in 5th, the man with the cash in 6th, Peppermeat is 7th, and then we've got Roberts in 8th, Jake Moore 9th, and then Charismic is in 10th. There's a good lineup.
Bit of promise.
I'm excited. Hello?
Oh, I thought I lost you there for a minute. Oh, the stream went a bit laggy. I kind of lost you there for a second. I was like, where's Curtis gone?
I'll go over the top 10 again. Skunk Burners P1, provisional pole, followed by Magic Marks, Brundle, Senna, John Digweed, Man with the Cash, Peppermeat, Roberts, Jake Moore, and the Kebab Man. So, yeah, I'm looking very forward to this race coming up. It's actually, I think Senna is his best result in qualifying so far. P4.
Okay.
Here we are. So we are here.
We're sitting on the grid. We're waiting.
Hopefully the drivers will be able to deliver a really, really good show. And it looks like it's a little bit cloudy as well, as we heard from the weather report. I think I can actually see... Can you see in the paddock the Ferrari drivers watching the TV?
Yeah! Jeez, I just spotted that. There's like Triton just sitting there, laying back, enjoying it. That's class. Helmets on, everything ready to go, just in case the driver pulls in.
they're watching some Netflix, while they're waiting for the drivers to actually start.
Yeah. And just seen as well, we've 15 viewers, so thanks for tuning in, guys.
We hope you all enjoy the race. I know me and Bodder will definitely enjoy the race, because it's actually, as much as Skunk Burner and Magic Marks is one of the top drivers, it actually is really nice to see a good little mix up in the middle of the grid. Some drivers actually get higher than normal.
It is, and do you know what's right? It's nice to go from a track where you can't overtake to a track where you can overtake. So this opens up the door for 2 stops in this race compared to the standard 1 stop, which we've seen in the previous kind of 6 races. Yeah, like that massive back straight. I know I keep going on about it, but that's a great spot to overtake. If you're like a second even behind a car there, you're going to get DRS, and you have a long straight to use as well. So it's great.
Really good for the confidence. Because again, in Monaco, they're literally next to no room, and when you have to really nail the strategy. The strategy is literally everything, and then when it comes to tracks like here, you have multiple chances.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to, But I was speaking to a driver. I forget his name. I think it might have been in Jake Moore, and he was just saying that the hards just do not work for him. So I wonder, is that across the board that the hards they do not work? So potentially we're looking at a 2-stop race potentially for most drivers. Are we looking at soft, medium, or medium, soft, mediums? Who knows? But you can guarantee if one driver is telling you hards aren't good, you can bet your bottom euro that the rest of the drivers are thinking the same thing as well. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe medium to hard would probably be the best strategy. I think if you do hards, you could stretch out for as long as you can and then maybe finish on the softs, because I think the soft compound tyre is good for maybe about 7 or 8 laps. So maybe similar sort of how it is to Spain. because there's a load of high-speed corners, and we do got to keep in mind, if you're pushing a lot through the high-speed corners, it can really be harsh on the tyres. So I think maybe 7 or 8 laps is good for these softs. I think maybe about 16, 17 for the mediums, and I'd say maybe a good 28, maybe 30 laps on the hards, depending on how well. No, not 30. Maybe maybe mid-20s, I'd say, for the hard compound tyres. But it all depends on how you care for them.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Caring for your tyres.
It's good to see the drivers are taking their time to evaluate their strategy, because you have to make sure you get plan A, B, and C. Evaluate all possible options. If everything's going good, plan A. Unfortunately, if you get a little bit of contact with someone and you've got a slight bit of damage, go to plan B. Team strategy. It's just good to see everyone's taking that time to just plan accordingly. Because I'll tell you, when I go into my races, I always try and make sure I've got a plan A, B, and C. Because I work with my teammate, and I just say, I plan to do this sort of strategy, and then if I get an accident, I will do this. I always like to adjust my setup, and it's just the evolution of racing. Track evolves, so does your racing strategy.
Yeah, of course, it's a lot of give and take as well with your teammate. If your teammate's obviously in the party with you and he's willing to communicate with you, he'll give you information, you give him back information. It just helps. I remember, was it last season, maybe season before, racing. Oh, right up, nice one. I remember racing, and your teammate could be ahead of you. He could be 4 or 5 cars ahead of you, but he could be going around, say, turn 4 or something like that. You could say, "Oh, watch out, someone's after spinning," or something like that. That's valuable information, and to you, you see the yellow flag, but it's very specific information. The car is positioned on the right hand side of the track, so watch out when you come around the corner. Stuff like that could save you front wing, that could save you DNF, but your other drivers might have slowed up, whereas you might be able to take advantage of that situation.
I'll let you run through the grid for the formation lap.
Wicked. Okay, starting from the back, we have Patronus. This man is just on the wheel, so gotta go easy on Patronus tonight. Okay, little expectations, but look, take it as it comes. This is a confidence builder for Patronus tonight. In 15th we have Chosen in the Alpha. In 14th we have first of Mansa. First of the Ferraris. Mansa. That's a lovely helmet as well. That's a kind of pinky purple as well. AMS Phoenix is in 13th, and we have just season 4, maybe in 12th as well, as telling me here, so hopefully he got back in. Piager is in 11th. He is in the first of the Mercs. Hopefully he'll be looking forward to moving forward, because he's actually a genuinely fast driver. We saw him at the start of the season. He was pulling in some points, so we're looking for him to go forward. Charismic, bad man, in 10th in the Alpha. He'll be also looking to go forward as well. Another fast driver that I think just happened to get caught up, just has unlucky races. He got a lot of DNFs at the start of the season, so hopefully he can turn around his season. In 9th we have Jake Moore in the Red Bull, another fast driver as well, looking to make up some spots. I know he is very, very confident in his race pace, so he'll definitely be looking to shoot the gaps, as I would say. DP Roberts is then in the Haas, another fast driver as well. He also has number 19 on his car, also paying tribute to the F2 driver we lost over the weekend in the F2 sprint race, I think it was. In 7th we have Peppermint, fellow Irishman in McLaren. What can I say about him? He is looking for a serious points haul this evening. Joshua Dosh, the man with the cash in the Ferrari, another fast driver. He'll be looking to go forward. John Digweed in 5th. That's great. I think is that not maybe his best qualifying session? But anyway, himself and Senna, who is in 4th, they have done very well in qualifying. So we're looking forward to that. Brundle, the Stinger, in 3rd. Potential outsider here for the win. Well, I say outsider, but he has won other races. And in 2nd, we have the Magic Man. Can he pull out more tricks? Can he get a win? With his teammate, or sorry, not his teammate, his good friend, and just in front of him, Skunk Burner. Burning the skunk. Okay, I said it. That is our poll sitter.
It looks like all the drivers are now lining up on the grid, and it does look like we will be starting without Season 4, which is a real shame because I don't think he got back in his car in time.
No, he did leave in Q3.
It's a real shame, but here we are. So for the 5 red lights. And away we go, maybe. There we go. Away we go now in the Canadian Grand Prix for Formula 2.
Great start.
Gets a really good line. 3 wide going into turn 1 with Brundle getting a look on the race leader. It's side by side with Skunkburner and RSF1. Brundle and Skunkburner are just not getting it. Well, they're respectfully leaving the space for each other. Skunk successfully defends the position and holds off Brundle. Magic Marks fell down a position as well. Senna is in P4 as well. Joshua Dosh keeps his positions. It looks like everyone made up a few positions. Actually, a clean start.
Very, very clean start. I was going to say that, but Peppermeat looking everywhere so he is to get past Joshua Dosh. That McLaren starting left and right, looking to get past that Ferrari.
And we lost Jake Moore. No, that's not. That's Senna. That's Senna. Oh, but P4 start for RSF1 Senna, and he's fallen down to the very last of the pack.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, in such a great start as well. I think that was his best qualifying. I said on the formation lap.
You're correct about Peppermeat. He's looking on the inside of John Digweed, but John Digweed holds the line, and there we go, back onto the straight. Peppermeat is still on the left-hand side of that Mercedes, just trying to get a little look. He can't make the move. Oh, it looks like Jake Moore went round the outside into turn 1. Senna has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in a pit lane. It's gone from bad to worse for RSF1 Senna in the Red Bull.
Not a good day in the office for him. Great racing though so far.
Yeah, it's really good racing. Brundle is still all over the back of the Williams of Skunkburner. He is looking to make that move. Brundle has got amazing speed, like when it comes to Canada today, because our race winner back in Monaco,
Baku?
you know. I think he won in Monaco, didn't he?
I don't know about that, but he definitely won in Baku. I can't remember what happened last week. Can believe that so much has happened. And I was on the drink last night, so I'm kind of slightly hungover doing this. But I do notice though, there's a bit of a gap between second and third. The front two are starting to pull away from the Magic Man.
Brundle is going to save them
side by side.
Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty.
Dosh.
He cut the chicane too much, so he's going to try and make the move on Skunkburner, going round the outside into turn 1. What? Oh, and just off the track a little bit, touch on the inside there, but they're still side by side going to turn 1. Yeah.
So, did we have kind of a damp start?
Maybe slightly damp. It didn't look too great, but it's just Brundle is. He's desperate
I
now
see
to
an
get
end plate.
past.
An end plate after flying off there in turn 4 or 5 maybe. I just saw flying through the air. I don't know whose it was.
It looks like
Dosh making the move on John Digweed. No, things better. Oh, it's John Digweed.
Phoenix is making a move on Chris Mix. Oh, the little contact, and Phoenix has gone off on the chicane before the hairpin after making contact on the inside with Charismix. I think that's the end plate of Chosen. No, it's not Chosen.
Dalpas here back to back. This is where Chrismic and Chosen should be thinking slingshot engage.
Yes, and Chrismix is keeping up with John Digweed, and it looks like Chosen is getting the slipstream off of his teammate. John has gone into the pits, so I think that was maybe the Mercedes that had a bit of damage.
That was Mercedes end plate, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see here the guys with the softs compared to the guys with the mediums. Like, there's Josh with Josh. He's slightly falling behind the top 3. He's going to need to push, get the most out of those softs because he's going to need them when he needs to pit.
And Jake Moore with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no.
And he's got DP Roberts all over the back of him. Mansell with a 3-second penalty as well. You were not wrong when you said that we'll be looking at penalties in this race, because we've already got a handful. There's only lap 4 out of 35. Senna with the fastest lap of the race of 1:12.1. So that's good from Senna, but it has to be in the top 10, you know, to sort of claim that extra point.
Jake Moore is looking on Peppermeat.
Oh, a little bit of desync from me.
Slightly.
I'm okay.
Slightly. It's all good though.
Did you see that as well?
Yeah, there's ever so slightly.
Okay, thank God. I thought that was me.
Ever so slightly, that's all it is.
Jake
He's
Moore
gonna
is
get
getting the
DRS.
slipstream on Peppermeat, and the DRS going down the inside, going into the chicane, and Jake Moore sticks it. He gets the overtake done on Peppermeat. Well done, Jake. That was a good line.
Well done, Jake. Good move. Good move.
Peppermeat is not out of the woods yet. It looks like Roberts is getting a little bit of a look going into turn 2.
Oh, he's
Roberts
Peppermeat's off
maybe
on the
make a
inside.
move.
He needs to get inside for the chicane.
Roberts is just going to hold off just for the moment, but Peppermeat is struggling for grip.
This time.
Meanwhile,
at the front, Rodell is just putting serious pressure on Skunkburner. Basically letting Skunkburner know, I'm there to catch you.
He is. Oh, it looks like having a little bit of a moment again.
Yep, he's going to get maybe a DRS.
There we go.
Skunkburner gets such an exit on the hairpin.
It looks like Skunk. Yeah, he's defending appropriately with the ERS. Oh, the sound of the cars downshifting was amazing.
Yeah, it's class. The man with the cash pits. Okay, so the softs guys are on the pit. Yeah, him and Peppermeat are both in the pits at the minute. So Chrismick is the only one left out now on softs. Everyone else is on the medium hards.
Just don't think the others felt higher, maybe thinking like
that could be it.
Not good enough. John Digweed, 3-second penalty. Keep an eye on Brundle. He is getting ever so closer to the gearbox of Skunkburner. If the move is going to happen soon, Chosen has got a 3-second penalty as well. This is not looking good for penalty side. We might have a large list again.
I was going to say there, it'd be cool if in the game you could peel off your visor, you know, like the real life F1 drivers do, because all the oil and bugs and everything gets caught on your visor. Because he's so close to him, he's literally getting oil spitting from his exhaust, I'd say. Oh, he's going to make the move.
Oh, and Skunk holds the line. He does an air to the centre.
Oh, bit of a slide there by
bad
Skunk.
run off of the chicane.
He's opened the door.
And down the inside.
He's going to take him, yeah. He has the inside. Skunk's going to have to give a small bit of room here. Skunk gives room, fair play.
Skunk
still battling.
defends perfectly.
Go for the cutback. Not there. Skunk defends. Well done, Skunk.
That is exactly what Ayrton Senna did.
Yeah. Pretty much. I was saying there about the visors. I was saying there about the visors. I think it was back in like Formula 1 97 on PS1. If you drove in cockpit view, and every so often you get little black marks on the visor, you press triangle button, triangle button. Whoa!
Oh,
for a slide!
Brundle!
He held it well.
Saved it. That was a good save.
He saves it. But you press the triangle button, and the driver would actually just peel off a layer, and that would give you clear vision.
Awesome. That actually sounds like they had it down back in the day.
97. Like, okay, I feel old now for revealing that, but apart from that,
I'm old because I played the hell out of Formula 1 2000.
Oh, it's a great game. 2001 was a great game as well, actually. Yeah.
Eddie Irvine and Johnny Herbert in the Jaguar in that game.
Oh, as Phoenix makes a move on Chrismick. Chrismick must be feeling it. Yeah, Chrismick pulls straight into the pits. Don't speed.
Oh, and we're getting a little look with Mansell and Pie Eater, but Pie Eater has gotten a penalty for receiving multiple warnings.
Oh, not good. So I think everyone's going to go on to the mediums and the hards now. So we're starting to see the 2 stoppers versus the 1 stoppers.
But Roberts got past Jake Moore somewhere in the midst of the battles between Brundle and all the others. And it looks like
but Jake Moore is not
all over the back of him.
Yeah, he's not letting him go away. Good Roberts now burnt out his tyres trying to get past Jake Moore. And now Jake Moore has the tyres to get back at him.
Here we go. It looks like Jake got a better line out of there.
Yeah, just looking here, like Roberts' ERS is like 8-9%. It's not there from, whereas Jake Moore has saved his ERS. He's like over 40% built up. So that's going to serve him well now when he gets DRS down the straight here.
So Jake is going to go for the attack and try and go for 4th position against DP Roberts. Let's see what Jake can do. He is going to definitely be able to make the move.
Oh no!
No, he backs off.
Can't get there. Can't get there in time.
Smart decision. Sometimes it's better to just wait for another moment and then instead of risking causing a massive accident.
Yeah, apply all the pressure you can. I love applying pressure. I absolutely love it.
Oh, the man with the cash has got a 3-second penalty.
Not good. Can't be doing that. Although he's very close to Patronus. Patronus actually doing well here. Patronus in ninth actually at the minute. He's on hards as well. Ah, Charismatic 3-second penalty. Unfortunately.
Ah. Well, looks like Charismatic is actually under pressure from Joshua Dosh. Joshua Dosh is on. Brundle with another penalty. Skunk Burner and Magic Mark have done really well because they've not gotten any penalties from in the front.
Oh, Patronus!
Patronus
is very wide.
Oh, yeah, that is the man with the cash. Make the move.
He has to concede the position to Josh with the Dosh. He got very wide. He cannot compete with that. Oh, those hards. He's doing well.
Unlucky to Patronus, but good save. Well, that was a really good save.
And
Peppermeat, I think.
Positions. Yeah, no, that's
team
call. Team orders. Yeah, I'd say Peppermeat said, "Do you mind if I go by?" No bother. Go ahead. So that means Peppermeat owes Patronus a pint. That's what that means.
I'm pretty sure that Peppermeat wouldn't mind sparing a pint for his teammate.
No, not at all. Or for me either, I would hope. Oh, Pieter goes on the back of Mansell. Yeah, going around 1. As Pieter looks for the cut back. Not there.
Mansell is defending quite well.
Well done, Mansell. Great defending.
There we go. Pieter is still on the back of Mansell. He's just backed off a tiny bit because I think he was just a little bit too close to the back of that Ferrari. But he will look to make a run soon. We're approaching the 2nd DRS zone now. So can Pieter get the run that he needs? DP Roberts has actually got a 3-second penalty now.
Wow. Okay.
Good to Jake. I think Jake's got 1 or 2. So Jake has the ability to probably make a comeback. And it looks like Mansell didn't get a good run into the hairpin.
No.
I think he's actually got end plate damage. And I think blue flag's already been waved.
I'm just having a look here with Pieter. He has full ERS. He is able to burn it. Yep, as he goes past.
Down the inside goes Pieter onto the hairpin, not the hairpin, no, the chicane, and he manages to get it well. And Mansell just cannot defend against a fully charged battery. Yeah, he's missing a bit of aero as well.
Yeah, he's need that, especially when you go into the Wall of Champions. You need to come over.
Exactly. Pieter moves up to 7th place. It looks like Charismix has gotten past John Digweed.
Great.
Nice move there from the Batman.
Brundle has really caught up with Skunk. Really caught up with him.
It's a good recovery as well. He almost lost it, and he's instantly back on the back of him. And it looks like Skunk Burner locked up a little bit going into the hairpin, and the battle is back on the straight. DRS is now enabled for Brundle. How much has Skunk Burner's got a good amount of ERS to defend?
60,
so the only thing giving Brundle
40.
the gap is DRS. Oh,
Brundle
he's going
pits.
in.
10 laps in the mediums, okay. So where is this going to put him now?
I thought they could do
Softs,
more.
maybe? Softs, I see softs on the pit crew. No, mediums.
I'm seeing softs.
Oh wait, they are red! He went yellow for a second. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's a bit of
They're flashing for me. I'm actually going to clip this. I'm actually going to clip that. Because they're going yellow then red. Yellow then red for me. Okay, I'll clip that. Okay, they're red. They're softs.
Yeah, I think he's going for a 2-stop strategy. And look at that, he comes out the pits and he's already fighting with Pieter and takes back 5th place. John Digweed is out of the session.
Okay. Great battle now by Brundle. Straight out of the pits. It means business. He's getting my cars. He's not going to be held up. He has the softs. Now it's time to use them. This is strictly quality laps for him now.
Well done to Brundle there. That was a really good exit. And because obviously he didn't have the temperature in the tyres, he just had the extra grip because of the compound, and he managed to take back the position Pieter only had for a mere moment.
Of course, so when you come out of the pits on brand new softs, you know, it just feels immense. It feels like you can just go straight to first place. The problem is, though, after a few laps, they're falling off the cliff, and you're left going, "Where's my softs? I need them back."
Skunk Burner and the Magic Man have stayed out, but Roberts has responded, and he has gone into the pit. Let's see what Robert goes on, actually. What's he doing? He's gone on to the hards. Interesting. So I wonder why Brundle went onto the soft compound. Is it an accident, maybe, or is he intending to go for an
that's his middle
push?
sense. His middle sense is softs. So this is where he needs to push, make up his time, because then he goes on to the mediums. So he's still going to have the advantage over the hard runners. The problem is he needs to make up that time from pit stop.
Yeah, he could really lose time because, yes, he's gone onto the softs, but from what it looks like, the softs don't last that long in Canada. But he's all over the back of AMS Phoenix.
We all play it safe, now play it smart here.
Out in his
Not in the
favour.
hairpin.
On the hairpin, down the inside.
Yeah.
What
I
a
think
move
Phoenix
from
gave the
Brundle.
inside. Yeah. That looked to me as if Phoenix either went a bit deep or just said, you know what, Brundle, you're on softer tyres, I'm maybe going to pit. You go ahead, buddy.
Magic Man is pitted.
Could we see Phoenix pitting as well? No, we're not.
No, Phoenix is staying out, and it looks like
Oh, Joshua Dosh got past Mansell. Teammates.
Oh! The Ferrari are really working well together, Mansell and Joshua Dosh. And it looks like Magic Marks comes out behind Mansell, but is under pressure by Peppermeat. Mansell's got a 3-second penalty for cutting the chicane after in the first sector, really.
Yeah, and Mansell's not happy with Josh. He wants to get that position back. That's 5th place. That's 10 points, 10 championship points if you can hold on to 5th.
Problem is, though, is Josh has got better tyres. Mansell needs to think more preservatively for the team because Josh has got 5-lap younger tyres. Why put a car that's on tyres that is nearly done in front? Because you could be holding up someone who could potentially make up some serious time and put positions. And as I'm saying that, Joshua Dosh has got the DRS onto Pie Eater. Could we see the Ferrari maybe make the move on the Mercedes going into the chicane? I don't know.
No.
Pie Eater has responded appropriately by holding his line, and
Josh, he just cut the corner.
Skunk Burner has gone into the pits onto the mediums, which puts Phoenix into second. Brundle is now in front in clean air. I think this has worked out in his favour because he can now open up the time between him and the cars behind.
He's looking for. Yeah, clean air, brand new softs. Well, 3-lap old softs. Some nice, quick, hard quali laps now is what he needs to put in. And that'll serve him later on when he needs to pit back and get mediums on.
And it looks like Magic Marks is looking at the back of Mansell because Mansell is struggling for grip. He's on 14-lap old tyres, and now Magic Marks is going to make the move down the inside into the chicane.
Great move.
Nice move. Nice move in the chicane there. Well done, the Marks.
Yeah.
And it looks like Pie Eater and Joshua Dosh are fighting, but they don't realise what's coming up. Oh, and it looks like Mansell runs a bit wide there going into the hairpin, which allows Peppermeat to catch up a little bit to him. So Josh is now attacking.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Pie Eater on the inside.
Oh, and cuts back in front of him as well.
Shuts the door, he just says. Yeah.
Yeah, some drivers don't like that. Some drivers really don't like that when you're side by side and then they cut in front of you and then just take the arrow straight off your front wing.
And Phoenix is now pitted onto the hard compound tyres. Now Skunk Burner, he's losing a little bit of time to Brundle because obviously Brundle is on the faster compound. The mediums, I don't know if the mediums will be able to hold out. Oh no, not again, Roberts. So I don't think the mediums could do it.
Has 6 seconds of penalties, I think.
He does. He needs to open up that time.
He needs to open it up.
Skunk Burner has none, amazingly.
No.
He's done
Him
really
and
well.
Magic Mark, yeah. Pye's sitting out there with 15-lap old hards.
He's done really well. Sometimes some people like to surprise us and drag out the hard compound tyre. It looks like Magic Marks is going to make a move down the inside on Paita. And what's going to happen here? Paita can't attack back because he just doesn't have the grip. Well done to Marks.
Well done, Magic Mark. That's a textbook overtake there.
That's what I like to see. Clean driving and respect. That's what these drivers show. And Charismix, oh, he's got another 3-second penalty.
Hurt me as well. We did say at the start of the stream, penalties going to be crucial here. Jake Moore identified that as well during practice during the week as well.
Magic
Bit of a three-car battle here.
Now... Oh, whereabouts?
Where we're looking, Josh with Dosh, Magic Mark, and Piter slightly just behind them.
Oh yes. I'm having a little look at the battle between Jake Moore, DP Roberts, and Magic Marks is now going to get a little look around the outside on the hairpin.
Go for the cutback, guys. Go for it.
Can't
get the power down
appropriately. Here we go, DRS. Josh has got no way to defend against the charging Racing Point, and another 3-second penalty. That might have just ruined his race.
Overtake done. Yeah. Another great overtake. You see what he's doing? Magic Mark, all he's doing is lining up these cars, getting to the DRS zone, and just simply sailing past them. No resistance. Great stuff by Magic Mark. I'm learning here. I'm genuinely learning here for my F3 race.
That's actually a good point. You know, it's not just like, you know, having fun watching these guys having like racing, you know, commentating. We personally get to see how we could probably take these lines ourselves in the next few days.
Yeah, and the potential thing is, because it's the first race of the week, the rest of the league kind of should be watching this, because they can be going, oh, that's the strategy. I never thought about that. Or whatever line this driver was taking, or strategy, whatever. It's fantastic to watch.
Here we are. Lap 18 out of 35. It's gone quick, this race.
Yeah, very quick, very quick. I wonder how Brundle's softs are doing compared to Piter's 17 lap old hards. Actually, Patronus is 17 lap old hards as well. Brundle with penalties, yeah. But look, it's not over yet. We won't know till everyone crosses over the line and see where the penalties take us.
We've got so many. I think we'll soon have another large page that, you know, you just won't be able to keep track of.
Yeah.
Oh, Paita is moved up because Josh with Dosh has gone into the pits. And puts Peppermeat up to P5 as well.
Nice and Peppermeat.
So it looks like the gaps are sort of staying as they are, except for Roberts is looking at the back of Jake Moore again.
Yeah, lots of warnings, lots of 3-second penalties. Looking quickly through the race director there.
Roberts needs to get past Jake Moore.
Jake Moore, yeah.
He's got a few penalties himself. Roberts has, because, you know, unfortunately when you're racing, you accidentally go over the line a little bit too much. The game, just, you know, it has no chill. It will punish you.
I like the way you phrase that. The game has no chill. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, especially in qualifying as well. Like your time trial, you're setting like, oh, it's such a good lap. I just literally dropped one wheel over the line or whatever it is on a certain corner. It just ruins the lap.
It's like, you know, if F1 was made by Telltale, you know, Roberts goes and extends the track limit. F1 didn't like that.
That's actually a good reference there, yeah.
I always like to have a little, you know, reference in there, because also I loved Telltale games when they made The Walking Dead. But we'll have a quick little moment back on Mansell AMS Phoenix.
Oh, Mansell hit the wall! He should have lost the wheel there. He should have lost the wheel. Yeah, straight into the pits, getting your front wing. Oh, I'm going to record it. I'll show it to you after. He should have lost his front left wheel.
I didn't get to see that. I literally just look onto Patronus and then I just see bits of the end plate of the McLaren flying off, and then just the wing of the Ferrari just flying in the air.
Do not know how Mansell managed to keep a hold of that front left wheel. That front left wheel should be hanging there right now. Ooh, Phoenix on the back of Charismic. Charismic takes the inside line.
Into the chicane, but Charismic's defends. But AMS Phoenix looks like he might get a look into the hairpin. Yeah, he's going to go
Right
round the outside,
outside.
going into the hairpin.
Yeah.
Charismix defends nicely, side by
Great
side for the
defending.
hairpin. Oh my god,
Charisma gives
this
room
is
as well. It's
mad.
great racing.
Oh, but Phoenix gets the DRS, so he'll be able to pull out a little bit more with the ERS set into overtake mode. So the only thing Charismix could use to attack back is his ERS management and the slipstream. But it's not enough because Phoenix has got the assistance of DRS as well.
Yeah, but Charismic played the best game here. He tucked in right behind Phoenix and getting the slipstream off him because he knows the man with the cash is just over a second behind him. So he knows he can't drop back any further. Josh Badosh's 2-lap-old hards. That's going to be giving him better grip. He's going to need to get up to him.
And it looks like Roberts is now starting to keep the gap. I mean, slowly maybe losing hundredths, maybe tenths.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got back up to 6 because he was only just a few tenths off of Jake Moore, but Jake Moore is now coming up to Peppermeat, and Jake Moore's got a 3-second penalty as well.
Wow.
There's not much to say when this happens.
No.
Ooh,
Jake Moore back
Charismix is
Peppermeat,
looking at AMS Phoenix again. Charismix is not liked what Phoenix has done, so he is coming back.
The Stinger is in. And he's found another set of mediums.
He's going for them. He might come out just in front of
Peppermeat's in
Peppermeat.
as well.
Oh yeah, there's a Brundle will come out in third place because Jake Moore.
Here, look at the Red Bull. Look at the Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
Jake
Jake Moore is not going to be able to take Brundle. But it looks like DP Roberts is all over the back of that Red Bull and getting closer.
Yeah, Brundle's laughing there coming out of the pits because that's great. He's on brand new mediums. He's on to the end now and he's in third place. This is looking good for him. The only thing is
he could be able to salvage this.
Yeah, the penalty situation is going to crucify him now.
Now, it looks like Charismix is still trying to respond to Phoenix's overtake, but Phoenix is just getting the better runs.
Yeah, well, you have to remember, Charismic has 14 laps on his mediums.
Oh, Senna's got another 3-second penalty as well as Patronus.
Here's the interesting one for you, right? Phoenix, Charismic, the man with the cash, and Pieter. Maybe not so much Pieter.
What, 5?
Yeah.
And Phoenix has gotten past the back marker of Chosen. It gets them the DRS as well. Yellow flag in sector 3. Something's happened.
No, I think it's just slowing down, letting them by maybe.
Actually, that's a good point. Oh, it looks like the Kebab Man is pitted. Roberts is getting closer to the Red Bull of Jake Moore. This is a good fight between the pair. It's just a matter of how much penalties do they amount to, and will it give Phoenix a chance to maybe shoot up and take P4?
Herpes hanging in there as well. 9 players currently at the minute.
Roberts is not going to get the move done into the chicane.
No.
Can he get close enough to the hairpin?
You have to remember as well, Jake Moore is on mediums. We saw Charismic pit with 14 laps in his mediums. Jake Moore has 11 laps done, whereas DP Roberts has 10 done on the hards. So I'd say overall grip situation, DP Roberts has the advantage here.
He does, and it looks like he's got the DRS. Is he going to make the attack? Not yet. Anyways, he's going to get the DRS again. Brundle the fastest lap of the race with 1:11.5.
He's going to try on Pieter. Takes the inside on back straight.
Yeah, he will. The nice move there from Peppermeat and Pieter. You know, he's trying to defend, but just it's not enough.
It's not there.
But it looks like all of the ERS that Peppermeat has used to get past Pieter. And Pieter spun.
What?
Oh, and he's just nearly collected the Alfa Romeo. Oh, what happened there? Who was that? That was Chosen. He tried to remake the overtake on Peppermeat. He span out and he almost went back into the pit lane exit, and then he got the car, rejoined the track, but unfortunately Chosen was coming around that corner and he almost collected WR Chosen.
I got some news for you. Deeper Roberts going to get the overtake done here. Watch this. He's been saving his battery the last few laps and watching them. Yep, there he goes. Gets the job done. Inside on Jake Moore. And he cuts the corner as well at the same time. Roberts, no! He didn't need
Roberts
to do
has
that.
got...
He had the overtake done.
I say he's got maybe 9 or 12 seconds of penalties. Push.
I haven't been keeping track. Josh McDosh side by side with Phoenix.
And he does look really good there. Phoenix looks like he wants to try and respond to that, but he just can't.
And Charisma's going around Senna.
Senna is also gotten a better run though out of there. And Charisma's, he's got the DRS, so you know Senna is sort of out of luck there when it comes to fighting against a car that's got the assistance DRS.
And
so
fresher tyres as well.
Overtakes. Yeah, fresher tyres as well, yeah. Agreed. A little update on Magic Marks. He has cut down the gap to Skunkburner to 3.4 seconds.
Two friends battling it out. 9 laps to go. 10 laps left. This has been a quick race so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone by way too quick. Phoenix is actually going to get another run on Josh. He's got the DRS on the straight.
Oh, he's conserving it.
Will he be able to make the
only one.
move? Yeah.
No, he's saving it. He's saving next time round. That's what he's thinking. Next time round.
That's a good point, yeah. He might. Is that now's not the time? You know, use the assistance of DRS to try and get close, but farm that ERS.
Oh, farm it. Exactly. Charge your battery. Because as soon as you stick it into 4 overtake mode, you just watch your ERS. The battery just drains so fast.
Nice helicopter pan shot on Phoenix, and the man with the cash has cut the corner a little bit, and he's got another penalty.
Yeah.
We will see a load of drivers fall back quite a handful of positions because the penalty situation is mad.
It's crazy. I don't know if it's as mad as last week, but we've 10 laps left to go, so this could get crazier.
It's like, you know, the nerves of the rover want to make their strategies work. You know, it's got penalty.
Not good. Phoenix holding on to the back of Josh McDosh.
But he's turned up the ERS deployment with DRS. Can he make the move going on the inside of the Ferrari? He's going to try and make a look, but he just can't.
No.
A little bit of contact there, the wall from Josh.
All good. Carbon fiber still there.
And it looks like Phoenix is accidentally pushing himself. He's got the yellow fuel light on.
Is only starting to creep up on all this? Peppermeat.
Yeah, I just noticed Peppermeat was less than a second off of the pair. So while Josh and Phoenix keep fighting, Peppermeat is just basically saying, yep, I'm here, lads, and I think I'll take it from here.
Yeah, pretty much. He's in the background waiting. Like a wolf.
He's slithering in like Randy Orton.
It's an overtake on
Watch out! And
we have said that before, though. I remember that on previous streams. You see a car overtaking another car, like, where did he come from?
I don't know where. Oh my god!
Let's see.
Oh, and it looks like Peppermeat, just like we thought, he's gonna make the move on Phoenix.
outside.
What a move from Peppermeat. Phoenix he's trying to respond, but obviously Peppermeat had everything, including DRS. There was no way for Phoenix to appropriately defend, but now look at that. Peppermeat's gone up and he's catching the man with the cash.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Roberts again with another penalty.
Roberts.
I'd say a good 15 seconds maybe.
I can't remember if Josh has any penalties, but we were saying at the start of the stream he is one of those fast drivers that can get up there.
I think Peppermeat doesn't have any. From what I remember, I don't know if Peppermeat has any.
Nice little battle there for 5th.
I just realised Jake Moore has Alpai has got a 3-second penalty. Jake Moore is on the soft compound tyres. He should.
Skunk's in.
I think Jake is looking to finish.
Skunk is in.
Oh,
Magic Mark is in as well.
What?
The two must be on the same
this
strategy.
could give.
They have to go for
This
softs.
could be Brundle's prime opportunity to take the win.
What is penalties though? Look at the situation. Skunk's going to come out now in softs along with Magic Mark. The two of them will creep up. Well, okay, this is going to be interesting. Roberts up in the third as well. This is after change now. This is after changing the whole landscape of the race.
Brundle definitely has 12 seconds. No, maybe 9 or 12 seconds. He has 12 seconds, so Skunkburner will catch up.
Yeah, Brundle's not going to be able to pull away. He's not going to pull away. Those softs will come to those boys and will just give them so much grip.
And
interesting call though.
Magic Marks as well. He's going to try and catch up because the one thing that's stopping Marks from getting the win is Roberts in the middle.
Yeah, but Roberts is 16 lap old hards, and the Magic Mark is on like brand new softs. This is like taking candy from a baby.
It could be.
That's how it is.
It could be, but Skunkburner, because obviously he's got the clean air ahead of him, he can catch up to Brundle. And then Magic Marks has to make the move past Roberts, get past the back markers, and then catch up to Skunk.
Why we're seeing that Jake Moore is after getting past Pie Eater. Of course, Jake Moore is on brand new softs as well.
I think Jake was originally going to plan to maybe go for the fastest lap of the race. But then suddenly Magic Marks and Skunkburner appropriately responded to defending off Brundle. And look at that, Skunk was only 11 seconds off of Brundle when he came out,
look at
already at 8.8.
Yeah. If Magic
Magic Marks.
Like, Stinger Brundle has to be sitting there going, oh no, why did you put on the softs?
I imagine Brundle is sweating right now. He is nervous.
Oh, sweating.
Because unfortunately, if it wasn't for the penalties, he would be in a perfect opportunity right now to win the race.
Interesting battle over fifth though. With Josh and Phoenix right behind them.
Peppermeat is under pressure, from the man with the cash, and Magic Marks is caught straight up to Roberts, and I think Roberts might not put up too much of a fight because he knows a soft compound runner against a hard compound runner. Oh, Skunkburner with the fastest lap of the race.
Boom, pulling it out. Watch this now, you'll see Magic Mark just creep up, well, very fast to creep up behind Roberts.
Jake Moore and Joshua Dosh have gotten another 3-second penalty apiece.
No. Have you noticed something tonight? It looks like blue flag is being displayed on the exit of turn 2. Every time I'm on board.
Yeah. Something's happened in the third sector.
Oh, we have Patronus is around. Where is he around?
Oh no, Patronus!
I think it's just
He's
leaving
lost
the hairpin.
wing.
Yeah, that's just going with the hairpin.
Oh, that's bad for Patronus. A damaged wing at the end of the race.
Look at Magic Mark! 3/10 right behind Roberts already. Oh, yeah.
He's all over the bat, yep.
Yeah, look at him right beside him on exit of the hairpin.
Oh, and it looks like Roberts has just got a little bit more speed, but the assistance of DRS Marks is just gone. The fair play to Roberts for trying his best to defend, but you can only do so much when you're finding someone with fresher tyres.
Oh, there's no point. Like at any point, you just have to come across and just say, yeah, just take the position. I'll see you again next week. That's all you can do.
Well, here's actually something that will be a good point. Peppermeat has been overtaken by the man with the cash into turn 2. So Joshua Dosh has been moved up to 5th place. I don't know if Peppermeat has got any penalties, but we know the man with the cash, Roberts and Brundle have got penalties. We might see Peppermeat on the podium.
That would be interesting, actually. That would be interesting.
So I don't know if he has any. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any notifications with Peppermeat. Well, 3 laps to go.
Next time Peppermeat gets on the podium and we're interviewing, we have to ask him, is he vegetarian?
Well, isn't Peppermeat salami?
Yeah, I suppose it is, but it's still meat though, right?
It is still meat, yeah. It's
So is he carnivorous then?
Compressed log. So I think we should call Peppermeat salami, maybe.
Salami. We got it. Oh, okay. One driver at a time, guys.
We've already given Brundle's stinger, and the salami moves up. Oh my god, I'm so glad I come up with that nickname for Peppermeat, but I have a feeling if he heard that, you'd just hear him put the mic down and just the sound of a door slam.
Yeah, just reading the chat here, Shrimp 84 says they both started on mediums, didn't they? So that makes sense. Yeah, it does, but the softs at the end, they just come alive, so they do, on the lightweight car. Luke's
Charismix is retired from the session.
Oh. Do you have enough? Or do you actually crash?
I think so.
Let's have a quick look here. The race director.
I tried going down to view Charismix by accident, and it nearly put me to view his gamer card.
Whoa! Don't do that. Let's have a look.
So let's see. He did. He's in P12 still, but I have a feeling he did go off.
Nope, I don't see it in here for terminal damage. So
he might have just retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Charismix did retire.
Yeah.
Oh, Roberts again with another penalty.
Yeah. I just reading there, Luke said just the standard driving with the clean overtakes was well done in F2. Yeah. Been a good race to watch. I also agree with that. I think that's a great race to watch.
Yeah. 100% agree. And that's done good for Senna. He's in P10 still. And who would you say is your driver of the day?
Oof. Who's got least amount of penalties? That's the thing. Let's have a look here at...
It's hard to say because Roberts has done a really good drive.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of penalties as well.
He has a load of penalties. I have a feeling because Phoenix, Peppermeat, Man with the Cash, well, probably not Peppermeat, sorry. Man with the Cash, Phoenix, Jake Moore, Senna, a load of people have got penalties. So in reality, we can't really make a full-on decision until really after, we see what penalties leave up. It's the last lap of the race. I can't believe it's already gotten to the final lap.
Yes, that's quick. I will make one note. Phoenix up 6 positions.
It's really, really good. And he's also got a McLaren behind him. So I think that's the back marker of Petronas. Petronas is on the soft compound tyre, so he might come to unlap himself. Oh, shut the door on Petronas. So we'll ride on board with our race leader, RSF1 Brundle. Unfortunately, we know his lead will not last because the amount of penalties is minus. Phoenix has again gotten another penalty, which is not going to do him any good. Mansell,
that's the last thing you need on the last lap.
More penalties. So it looks like Skunk Burner has already gotten down to under 3 seconds to Brundle. And here we go, going across the final chicane, past the Wall of Champions. And Brundle takes the checkered flag, but with the penalties.
Now, let's see what happens here.
Skunk Burner takes the win. Yeah. So let's see how far Brundle can stay up. So Magic Marks is quite a little bit behind.
No, I don't think he's going to get it. Yeah, Brundle gets that second.
That's nice. Brundle keeps it. So I think Brundle actually got P2 back in the qualifying.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, it was P4. No, P3, sorry. He got P3 and then Senna was behind him. So Roberts has fallen down to P5. Peppermeat moves up to P4.
Looks like saying it's your old mate Orton, but I haven't got my gamer tag on here. Oh, cool, dude. Well, if I know you, I know you. If I don't, I hope to get to know you.
If I have to say my driver of the day, purely from such a tremendous drive, I have to say Skunk.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me now. I'll have to see the final board and what it says, but let's have a quick look here whenever it comes up.
But Brundle, he still managed to keep second place. I had a feeling he would have fallen back out of the podium. So to see Brundle survive and keep second place is amazing still.
Yeah, that goes back to his great push on the second stint on the softs.
All that hard work paid off, so congratulations to Skunk Burner in first place with Brundle in second place, and then the Magic Man, takes third.
Yeah.
Really good drive.
Overcome Orphan. That's who it is. That's who's talking to me in the chat. All right, Orphan, how are we getting on?
Here we are going over the final race directed, and so many penalties. Skunk Burner finishes in P1 with no penalties, with Brundle in second with 4 penalties. Magic Marks in third. Peppermeat did have penalties, he had 2. Magic Mark in third, Peppermeat fourth. Roberts, he finished 5th with 5 penalties. Jake Moore with 2. In 6th place, AMS Phoenix is in 7th. Josh of Dosh in 8th. Pie Eater 9th. Senna 10th. 11th is Mansell. 12th is Patronus. 13th is Chosen. Charismix is in 14th, and John Digweed was in last place. So it looks like, I think, Roberts had the most penalties. No, it's Charismix and Roberts that had sort of a good mix there, but they both tied with the most penalties for the race. But again, really good drive. I have to say Skunk Burner is my driver today.
Yeah, same as that. I gotta say, well done to all the drivers. That's some great clean overtaking as well. All right, let's get some invites going here.
So let's give Bodder a moment to get our top 3 into the party.
Invites sent. Yeah, Orphan, I'm going gutted as well for Brundle. That's unfortunate, but that's the penalties.
We are. Have we got everyone in?
Just quickly check here. We got Brundle, we got Skunk. We are missing the Magic Man. He's hiding on us. Need to pull him out of the hat.
He can't hide forever. Here he is.
There he is.
Nice,
Guys,
nice.
make sure you all have ticks.
And do you want to do the same old Bodder? I do P3, you do P2, P1?
All good.
Okie dokie. Well, Magic Marks, the Magic Man. A really good drive for today, you know.
Please, never mind. I can hear you. He was connecting. Carry on.
Well,
so a really good drive today, and you know you picked up some amazing position. Well, you made up definitely for last week in Monaco when you couldn't make the race. So I'd say P3 was a nice, refreshing, you know, comeback after last week's sort of miss out on the race. How do you feel it went for you?
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
All right, yeah, go ahead. You tick the box, yeah.
Yeah, I ticked it, mate. Yeah. I knew Skunk was faster than me on race pace because we've been practicing all week, really. I knew he was quicker than me, so I thought I'm not fighting him. But they flew off so quick at Brundle and Skunk, and I thought I'll be happy to settle for third here because I didn't know what their bundles pace were like. But obviously it was quick because they were keeping up with Skunk, so I thought I'll just take third. Then I realised he had, I don't know how many seconds he had on penalty bundle. We're at 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Penalty.
Thanks.
So then I realised that.
12.
Oh, it's 12, right. So I thought, I could snatch, second here. So when I put this.
Oh, we lost Marks.
No. Gone again.
that was a bad call.
Back again.
A Magic Man. Hey, make sure you've got the box reticked there,
Yeah, I
Marks.
picked it, yeah.
Then just burn act again, right?
That was a great magic trick.
Yeah, but no, I'm happy with third. Definitely happy with third. Congrats to Skunk and Brundle from 1 and 2 as well.
And a really good drive there. You earned that P3. That was a really good drive. And I'll pass over to Bodder now.
Thank you. I'll take the virtual mic as always. Brundle, that was a fantastic qualifying, fantastic race, but we saw it pretty earlier on. I think it was maybe lap 2, maybe lap 3. We saw first 3-second penalty. Then another lap later, 2 laps later, maybe we saw the next 3-second penalty. We're just like, this is going to be a tough finish for him. How does it go for you?
It's frustrating. Well, actually, I'm happy. I'm happy because with this competitive tier and this competitive league, we've all been so close in qualifying. Two and one Monaco, which I take a podium of it. I've got to be happy with that. But that's now 2 races where I've won it on track, won it on strategy, won it on, on track sort of ability, but that's 2 times that penalties have cost me, and it's frustrating, but it's my fault. I'm getting better, although it may not show it, but I still need to be even better than that because these guys obviously were completely clean today, so but no, it's
Is it one of the things you're worried about getting penalties, or is it like one of the things you're just kind of kicking yourself every time you see the penalty come up on screen?
My problem is as soon as I get one, I'm then like then they then come one after another. So
it's like you're overcompensating.
They're not even major ones. But no, I'm like 3/4 happy, but like the other quarters are still kicking because that could be like 2 wins and could be much more higher, but still.
Yeah.
Still, it's good.
Fantastic drive. Well done. We're only, I think I was saying at the start of the stream, we're only a third of the way through the season. This is week 7 now for you guys. So we still have 2/3 of the season left to go. So there's a lot to play for. Look, congratulations on 2nd place. Look about the penalties, but well done.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Go.
Yeah.
And,
Alright, just hand back to virtual Mike, back to yourself there, Primus.
And so, Skunk Burner, that was a really good race. So you dominated very well across the qualifying sessions, and then you had a very, very choppy start. When it was a fight for like against Brundle there in the beginning of the race. I bet he was a bit nervous when suddenly you're going into turns 1 through 2, and then a Renault suddenly made itself known to you.
Yeah, well, when he got a good start, and it was near 3 wide at first corner, and I seen Mark drop right back. I thought I'd nudged into him, give him wing damage, so I'm glad that I didn't give him wing damage, and then just had loads of pace, Brundle early on, and then just a couple of laps tailed away. And then when he come out on softs, I thought he'd pull a bigger gap. So quite happy with that though, really.
You nailed the strategy down though, because after Brundle had received multiple penalties, I didn't know if he was aware. Once I saw you and Magic Mark slap on the soft compound tyre, we knew that you was aiming, because you had the time but like way behind you. You both looked like you wanted to try and close that gap between you and to Brundle, but you managed to get ahead of him and take P1, so I imagine you was really, really happy with that.
That's a good result, yeah. On to France, another good track. So,
and
see what happens here.
I think you'll be pleased to know me and Bodder have both agreed that you are our driver of the day.
What a fake.
Nice one. Nice one.
Well done, Skunk.
It was really close, but we had to give it to Skunk. So, Bodder, is there anything you want to ask our top 3 before we wrap up for tonight?
No, I'm happy with how things have gone. It was a fantastic race to watch, guys. I hope you watch it back. Look forward to commentating you guys again next Sunday night.
Yeah, well done on comms, guys, as well.
Thank you very much. And so to go over for today again, it is Skunk Burner who has taken the win today, followed behind him is Brundle and then Magic Mark, and then Skunk Burner taking driver of the day. And before we wrap up, I think everyone would like to, pay their respects to the late F2 driver Antoine Hubert. We all hope you rest in peace. These races are for you, and we will see you with F1 on Tuesday.
All right.